Hey there. I have a feeling you are carrying more than most people can see. Not because you're hiding something dramatic, but because so much of what weighs a person down is quiet. Responsibilities do not announce themselves. Worry does not always look like worry. Disappointment can settle into the body and stay there for years. And the effort it takes to keep moving when you are already tired is often invisible to everyone except the one doing it. After a while, people begin to know you by what you can hold. You answer, you remember, you solve, you keep the day from falling apart. You become the person others lean on because you seem steady enough to carry them. And maybe you are steady, but steady is not the same as untouched. Steady is not the same as unburdened. What people often miss is the cost of being the one who can always manage. The private calculations, the mental lists that never end, the things you are trying to protect, the people you are trying not to disappoint, the quiet fear that if you stop for too long, something important will slip through your hands. Sometimes carrying too much does not look like collapse. Sometimes it looks like competence. It looks like being the person who still gets things done while feeling worn thin inside. It looks like smiling at the right moments while your mind is somewhere else. It looks like becoming so practiced at holding everything together that no one notices how much of yourself you have had to set aside to do it. And that can be a lonely way to live. Because when you are seen as the strong one, people often forget that strength has limits. They forget that the reliable one gets tired, that the capable one needs rest, that the person who has been carrying everyone else's weight may also be waiting quietly for someone to notice their own. So let me say this plainly. You are not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You are not failing because the load has become heavy. A burden does not become lighter simply because you have carried it well. Endurance is not the same thing as ease, and just because you have learned how to keep going does not mean it has been easy to do so. Many people spend years minimizing their own exhaustion because they can still function. They tell themselves they should be grateful. They tell themselves others have it worse. They tell themselves to keep moving and not make a fuss. But pain does not become less real because it is quiet, and tiredness does not become less deserving of care because you have learned how to hide it. You do not have to earn compassion by reaching a breaking point. You do not have to prove that you are struggling enough. If you are carrying too much, that is already reason enough to be gentle with yourself. Maybe that is where this begins. Not with fixing everything, not with becoming someone who never feels the weight, just with telling the truth about what is in your hands. This is heavy. I am tired. I have been holding more than I can comfortably carry. There is something deeply human in that honesty, something relieving, something that makes room for breath. Because even strong people need somewhere to set things down. Even capable people need care. Even the ones who have spent years being dependable were never meant to carry every burden alone. So if no one has said it lately, let me say it now. You do not have to keep proving your strength to deserve relief. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to need less. You are allowed to set something down, even if only for a moment. And if that is all you can do tonight, it is still something honest. It is still a beginning.